I love No Man's Sky. I have over 1,200 hours of playtime. I've experienced most all the major aspects of the game multiple times. I've completed most of the content expeditions, not all of them. I've traveled to over 25 galaxies. I've earned all the Steam achievements. I've got freighters and frigate fleets. I've got S-class exotic ships, living ships, corvettes. I've thoroughly enjoyed tons of content, tons of beautiful scenery and situations, and all the major aspects of the game. I've recently been focusing on the most difficult gameplay settings for more challenge. I've done lots of community created challenges, and I've created my own challenges. I've done a number of videos right here on the channel if you'd like to check some of those out. So I love No Man's Sky. I also know that many more gamers have put many more hours into NMS than I have. I'm not an expert by any stretch of the term. Recently, I've come to the realization that I'm really only still playing No Man's Sky because Hello Games is an awesome game developer and I want to support them, and because I want to stay in touch with what they're doing as they continue to develop Light No Fire. Light No Fire promises to be Hello Games' next big hit, and I, for one, am super excited for it. They first announced it back in 2023, I believe. Hello Games has been using No Man's Sky as a testbed of sorts for some of their game tech being developed for Light No Fire. Recent updates, including things like improved water effects and the new Corvette ships, can be directly tied to Light No Fire development work. Look, I work hard and I put a lot of hours in. I have grown kids and grandkids. Yes, I'm that old. I'm involved in a number of groups and activities outside work. It keeps me pretty busy. But I'm also a gamer. I always have been. Gaming helps me chill out. It gives me a technical and creative outlet for my brain when it's kind of going crazy. I've put a lot of time into games. According to Steam, my top 5 list of most played games includes Elder Scrolls Online with 7,773 hours. No Man's Sky comes in number 2 at 1,210 hours. Hell Let Loose with 1,130 hours. Elite Dangerous at 704 hours. Both Delta Force and Starfield are tied at 239 hours. And then Baldur's Gate at 154 hours. And of course, I've got to give an honorable mention to Elden Ring at 141 hours. I need gaming to keep me sane, to challenge my brain, to keep me thinking. It seems like the key features that look good to me and that really hook me into a game include great graphics, exploration, a sandbox feel where I can do what I want, how I want, with at least some supporting storyline or missions to at least teach the core game mechanics and kind of get you started. A variety in gameplay and replayability. And then often, but not always, the games I really seem to enjoy have a space or sci-fi feel to them. You probably noticed a few of those on my Steam top 5 list. No Man's Sky has provided those features, those key features for me, and I love it. But I just feel like I've done all I want to do in No Man's Sky, and I can't wait for Light No Fire to come out. About that. Unfortunately, a number of recent articles written here November 2025 timeframe regarding Light No Fire progress paint a disappointing picture of when it's going to actually be coming out. According to an article in PC Gamer, Sean Murray just crushed my hopes of playing Light No Fire anytime soon by describing the dev team as tiny and working in the background at Hello Games. The Gamer had an article that said basically, No Man's Sky lead confirms Light No Fire's release is still a long way off. So here I am, feeling like I've done most of what I want to do in No Man's Sky, hanging on and staying plugged in until Light No Fire gets closer to release. And now I'm more unsure than ever when it's actually going to come out. So I've been looking for a new game to play that can give me those key features I'm looking for. Something I can sink my teeth into and spend another 1,000 hours of my scarce time. And I hope that when Light No Fire finally comes out, it fits all those key features I need in a game. The timing for a new game is actually good. Being November, the holiday season is upon us, and there's lots of new games or game upgrades coming out. I play on PC, and as you saw, I purchased most of my games through Steam. I keep a close eye on Steam for sales. I've got a lot of games I've wishlisted over time to kind of keep an eye on them. And I usually focus on playing one game at a time. I get very focused on that game and getting the most out of the experience. But to be honest, I haven't found a single game that delivers what I'm looking for, like No Man's Sky did for so long, like Elder Scrolls Online did for so long. If you recall, those key features I'm looking for in a game are, again, great graphics, exploration, that sandbox feel where I can go and do kind of what I want with just a little bit of guidance, variety in gameplay and replayability, and then often, but not always, a space or sci-fi theme to them. So I've changed things up. I've decided I'm willing to split my time across multiple games if I find multiple games that strongly match the key features I'm looking for. Well, I have actually found 3 games that I'm actively playing at the same time, and I'm more than a little excited about all of them. They each offer something that keeps me coming back, that makes me want to actually dig in, learn its lore and backstory, get past all of its core mechanics and keybinds and graphics performance tweaks. And what are those games? One, I paid full price for on Steam. One, I bought on a pretty good discount on Steam. And one, I already had purchased, a few years ago, and I'd put it down after only playing about 20 hours. But after picking it up again and kind of looking at it, much like I did No Man's Sky, where I played 20 hours, put it down, and didn't play it again for a long time, and then fell in love with it and played it for over 1,000 hours. This third game is kind of the same deal. Already had it, only put 20 hours in, looked at it a little bit again, and I'm like, hey, this is actually really interesting. Those 3 games are Arc Raiders, X4 Foundations, and Enshrouded. 3 completely different games, all very different from each other. Here's a summary of why I chose each of those particular games. Arc Raiders. Great graphics, great exploration, multiple maps. A key part of your extraction is your exploring, salvaging for loot, looking for items that you need, for upgrades, for your inventory, to sell for money. So really fun exploration and very different. Great replayability. Every time you go in and extract, you have, approximately 15 or 20 minutes to do what you need to do and get out before basically everyone dies. So great replayability because every game is, paced well and it's completely different. It is a space theme. And I got to admit, it really gets my heart pounding like no other game has done in a long time. I'm currently level 30, and I think the current max level is 75 or so. So I'm definitely only in the early game, maybe reaching mid-game phase. Here are the things I don't necessarily love about Arc Raiders that have me playing other games at the same time. There's no real sandbox nature to the game. You can't just go in and do whatever you want to do. The whole key of the game is going in and exploring and finding the things you need to do your upgrades, to get the equipment you want, to get the weapons you want, to basically work within the game structure it provides. It's not what I would consider a sandbox by any means. I am not a PvP fan, and it is absolutely a PvP game. People complain about it and don't want it to be, but it is what it is. The PvP nature of it is very exciting for a lot of people. It absolutely gets your heart pounding. Every time you walk around a corner and see someone, or you're, in an area with other raiders, you're trying to talk to each other and figure out if you're all friendly or not. Sometimes people are, sometimes people aren't. But PvP really isn't for me as a long-term game. I'm not a fan of working my tail off during an extraction only to get killed when I'm trying to extract at the very end and someone takes all my stuff. That's just not what I'm looking for in a game. Now, if it wasn't for those few things that I don't necessarily like, the lack of a sandbox nature, which is kind of a big deal, the PvP aspect of it, if it wasn't for those, I could really, really like this game and put a lot of time into it. And I do like it enough that, again, I am spending time on it along with these other games too. Okay, let's talk about X4 Foundations. X4 comes from a long line of X series games. They've been doing it for many years. It's got good graphics. It's got good exploration. You're exploring systems. You're finding missions to do. You're finding materials that you need. You're finding stations and other locations that you can trade with. It's got great replayability. It's got a great sandbox nature to it. It comes with multiple game starts if you buy the DLCs. So you can start in any number of ways. You can at any time take it anywhere you want to take it. You can start one way and then jump into another storyline and do that storyline. You can start with no pre-made start at all and just do a totally custom out-of-the-box save doing whatever you want to do. It's definitely a space theme. It's a very large-scale space strategy game. I've currently put only around 40 or 50 hours into it, but I'm really enjoying it. Here's why I'm still playing other games, though, at the same time that I'm checking out X4 Foundations. X4 Foundations is a deep, space-based, real-time economy strategy game that takes a lot of time to learn and understand. I think it's going to take 100 hours of really getting in and feeling like I understand what all the opportunities are and how to at least go about taking advantage of them. And it'll take a lot more time to actually execute on that. The exploration, I call it exploration. It's not like you're exploring the world and coming across, legendary weapons or something like that. The exploration is you're exploring all the star systems. You're exploring the different factions. You're finding locations, different stations, different ships you can buy. So it's exploratory in terms of the size of it and the importance of taking advantage of what you find, but it's not the same kind of exploration that you typically think about. So it's an awesome game, but it is it's a very deep, space-based, real-time strategy game. It's not top down or anything like that. What's really great about this game is you can have 100 ships that you have built or bought or stolen. You've got mining ships, trading ships, courier vessels, combat fighters, battleships and cruisers. You can have massive multi-ship wars with fleets going on in one sector while you've got another, 15 or 20 or however many ships you want automatically mining an asteroids belt, automatically trading certain goods for a profit. So it's this giant simulation, but at any time you can jump into any one of those ships or locations and you can take control. You can fly the ship, you can land it at the station, you can be in combat, you can do the asteroid mining. It's both this large strategic game, but also you can get right in and do the work if you want to as well. All that said and done, and I know I've spent more time than I probably wanted to trying to explain X4, all that said and done, it's a great game, but again, it's very deep. It's going to be very time consuming to get into it. I got to make sure, that's what I want. And it's not the same kind of exploration as what some of these other games are. Okay, and the third game is Enshrouded. I bought Enshrouded a few years ago. It's still in pre-release. I got it. I played it, like I said, for 20 hours or so. And for whatever reason, I don't remember at the time, I kind of put it down. I don't know if another game came along that got my attention more, or if I had a lot going on, or I just didn't enjoy it at the time. But Enshrouded is a cool game. Great graphics, great exploration. You've got a huge map. You've got lots of items and locations to find, lots of little puzzles to solve, lots of places to try to get to, chests to find everywhere with all kinds of material and resources and weapons. Great for exploration. It's got great replayability. There's many different classes and skills and even difficulties you can set up for each game playthrough. So you can change things up quite a bit anytime you want. I had put around 20 hours into it, but now I realize just how much I never got to even see what the game has to offer. I've gone in recently and reinstalled it. It's kind of started where I left off. Actually, I started over instead of starting with the game I had. I had gotten to level 9, I think, on a character, and I decided to start over because I just didn't remember really a lot of it. But boy, it really gets my attention now. It is really fun. It's really straightforward. It's really, again, great exploration. Lots of good things about it. So why doesn't it garner all of my attention? Why do I still play these other games? Well, Arc Raiders gives me that heart-pounding FPS fix that I need once in a while. X4 gives me that huge scale space simulation fix I seem to crave, despite the very large time commitment that looks like might be necessary to really understand that game. And then Enshrouded gives me that awesome, beautiful sense of big exploration. So there you have it. I'm currently playing Arc Raiders, X4 Foundations, and Enshrouded. I am still playing a little bit of No Man's Sky, but to be honest, I'm only jumping in when there's like a new expedition that comes out or a replay of an old expedition that I haven't played before. So I'm not really actively playing No Man's Sky. I am playing these three, though. Each one of these three has one or more of those key features that keep me coming back. None of them appear to offer everything I want, but between the three of them, it's scratching the itch, I'm going to cover each of these games on my channel. I'll capture my progress, any interesting moments, and overall thoughts as I'm continuing to play these games, get into their mid-game, hopefully get into their late game, learn more about them, and keep you informed in case you can get something helpful and useful out of that coverage. I will continue to cover No Man's Sky when new features come out, any new updates, but I'm going to definitely be spending more time on these 3 games. I want to dig into each of them more and really see what they have to offer. Who knows? Maybe one of them will grow on me enough that I'll make it my next 1,000-hour plus game. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll subscribe and keep an eye out for more coverage on these games. Subscribing will also help other gamers find this content. And I look forward to your comments. What are you playing that meets your key feature criteria? What has your experience been in any of these games that you can share? Take care and have fun.